Hello besties, welcome back to another video. Today I am so excited because I'm going to be going through my 2024 junk journal slash scrapbook with you guys. I fell in love with junk journaling and scrapbooking in 2024 and that is why this one got filled up so quickly. And this is all the memories that I basically collected in 2024 and I'm really excited to share it with you guys. I did do like a little mini flip through of most of the pages on here on YouTube Shorts. I had one of you guys actually comment on that video asking for a more in-depth video and I was like, definitely, because I obviously love this journal and I love the pages that I created, and I feel like the more I did it, the more creative I got. So as the pages went on, like the last half of it really just got a lot more chunkier and I experimented more. I am just obsessed with it. Like I said, junk journal slash scrapbook. It's more like I like to call it kind of like my life journal, creative journal almost. Like I have some spreads that are just junk only, but most of it is just like a scrapbook, but I also incorporate junk from that memory. I don't know, I guess you guys will see when I do a flip through, but this is going to be a little bit more of a chatty junk journal scrapbook flip through. So grab your popcorn and let's jump right into it and see my 2024 junk journal. This is my junk journal slash scrapbook. The actual journal itself is from Kmart. It's super cheap and clearly it's definitely served its purpose, and I've also customized it with a bunch of stickers. Most of the stickers are also from Kmart. I think these four specifically, I actually don't know where they're from. All right, so the actual fun part, the inside pages, let's go through them. So this is my little intro page. This is the first official page in my junk journal. I just thought of writing down all my favorites and some daily affirmations. And this is the first official junk journal scrapbook entry, and it is from when I took my trip to Sri Lanka. So I have a little airport spread when Afdal and I reunited after 6 months, which was so awesome. This was from our candlelight dinner. All of these pages were actually before I started my junk journal scrapbook, but I love these pictures so much that I wanted to do it as a scrapbook style, so I printed them off and just wrote about the day and stuck all the photos down. This was from the Taylor Swift Eras tour. I actually cut out my wristband and used that as a little piece of junk, and then I just printed out a bunch of photos that I took at the concert, and I also wrote down the surprise songs that we got, which were Red and You're Losing Me. This was a little page that I did for Afdal's first visit to Australia to see me, so I just have a receipt from one of the cafes that we went to. The unfortunate thing about the receipts though is that most of them actually faded, and then we did an Eras tour watch party at home, so I did a little bit of a journal spread for that as well. This is from when we went to go and watch Kung Fu Panda 4, and we also had dinner as well. Again, as you can see, most of this receipt is gone, but it's still there. And then I printed off photos. I drew Panda because we did go and watch Kung Fu Panda 4. This is from our little brunch date at one of my favorite brunch cafes. I am so happy that this receipt has stayed intact because it just looks so good. And then I just printed off a bunch of photos from our little sunset walk. And then this was when we did a massive movie marathon at the cinemas. We watched 2 movies in one day at the cinemas, which was really crazy, but we watched Inside Out 2 and Deadpool versus Wolverine, and I just printed off the ticket for the Inside Out 2 movie, and I also drew Anxiety, which I love how it turned out. This page is from a dinner, or actually, well, this was a lunch, a little lunch date that Afdal and I went on to one of our favorite restaurants. This is from my work event that I went to. I was so happy that they had a photo booth because you best believe I included the photo booth picture in here. Then this is the first of a couple of birthday spreads, but this was from my 26th birthday. The celebrations began with my best friend Shelby. We went out for brunch at a cafe called Two Beans, which was so cute. Unfortunately, I didn't collect any junk because I did not start my junk journal here, but I still included spreads from all the memories that I made for the first half of 2024. So I just printed off all the pictures from our brunch date and wrote a bunch about the day. And this was from another birthday brunch, but this was on my actual birthday. After and I went to another little brunch cafe, and I also printed out the pictures of the flowers that he got me, turned the food into stickers. Again, this is one of my favorite things to do, is when we take any food pictures of things that we ate, I would always print them off and then turn them into little stickers, so it just pops out a little bit more. And I also made us as a sticker here as well. I also did a little scrapbook spread from our little fancy date night for my birthday dinner. We went to the Langham, we ate at the Melba restaurant, so I have the receipt here and a bunch of photos. I also printed off the logo for Langham as well to put down here, and I had an old birthday card, so I printed that out and then put birthday wishes here as well, so that was a little bit more junky. And this is kind of one of the last bits of my birthday spread, but I went out for dinner with my mum and after, so I did a little spread about that. And then I also stuck in this little birthday card, which I can actually flip open and I can read what is in here. I thought this is a great way to kind of keep all my birthday cards, because I am one of those people that does like to keep all my birthday cards, so I thought I would stick it in here so I can always have that to look back on. And I also used some wrapping paper which had little cakes on them and put them on the spread as well, because I feel like it fitted the theme really well. Now this is definitely a junky junk journal spread, like a proper junk journal spread. I did a little birthday haul, so I printed off some pictures of the things that I got for my birthday, but I also tried to include the actual junk that came from that as well. So I got a box of chocolates, so I just cut out the chocolate box and put it in here. I also took the little gift tag from a gift bag that I put in here as well, and then I just printed out the photos for things I didn't have receipts or any junk for, so like the Good Girls Guide to Murder special edition, the perfume, and some jewelry. Definitely would recommend, if you are doing a junk journal and you're stuck on what to do, if you have a birthday coming up, definitely do a birthday haul spread, because it's so much fun. It's a really great way to incorporate any of the junk that you get. This is probably one of my favorite spreads as well. We went out for dinner at Roti Bar, which was my first time that I've visited this restaurant, and we ended up visiting this place twice this year, or twice in 2024 I should say, and it was amazing. I printed off a bunch of photos of the food. I also took a lot of photos of the actual restaurant itself, which ended up making for a perfect spread, because I was able to really add a lot and also had enough space to write down things as well. This is where I feel like it gets turned into more of a junk journal, but I saved the movie ticket from our Beetlejuice 2 movie, and we also had dinner at Betty's Burgers, so I made sure to save the napkin as well as the burger wrapper that it came with, and I also printed out the photos, and I feel like it just made a really nice background. This is probably one of my other favorite spreads as well, because I just love how scrapbooky this looks. We had a little barbecue night at my mum's place. We made cob loaf, sausages, chicken, barbecue prawns, all that good stuff. So I did a massive dump of photos here. And then it was my mum's 50th birthday, so I did a little bit of a spread for that. Then we went on a little road trip, so I made a few pages for that. So we went on a road trip to Daylesford. So this page, as you can see, is mainly just a dump of photos, but I took some photos at this coffee shop that we went to, which was at Hotel Frango's, and this was also part of the Daylesford trip. We had a little cheese and crackers picnic, so I actually kept the packaging for the crackers and it made for a really nice junk in the spread. And I also kept some junk from the art gallery that we went to, and that is what we've got here, along with a bunch of photos as well. This was from the Ballarat Botanical Gardens that we visited. I just cut out the map, which I feel like maps always work really well as a background, and I also included a bunch of photos that we took at the botanical garden as well. This is also another page from our Ballarat Daylesford road trip, and then we visited this really cool place for a really nice photo spot called Hop Lane in Ballarat. They just had a bunch of umbrellas going down there, and we just took some photos here. This is from a cafe that we went to for brunch and a dinner that we went to. So this cafe was absolutely beautiful, probably one of our new favorite cafes honestly, and I'd love to go back. So this was a bunch of photos, then I wrote a little bit about it. Then for the Indian restaurant, I actually took the takeaway menu and then I cut out the takeaway menu and put that down as a little background, and then everything else is photos. Then this is from when we went to the Tesla Tulip Festival. They had this beautiful map, which I obviously had to take to include in my junk journal, and it made for a really beautiful background, and I was able to also incorporate some photos as well into the spread. And then I had so much extra photos that I ended up making another double spread for it. I actually printed out the ticket that we got from the Tulip Festival and then all the other photos that we got as well. So as you can see from the spread so far, it is definitely more of a scrapbook with a little bit of hints of junk thrown in there, because I just love to take a lot of pictures and I love to kind of have that printed out and stuck in. So that's why it's more of a scrapbook than a junk journal, but I just like to call it more as a creative life journal, I guess. But it really is a mix of both. This is from when Afdal and I met up with my best friend Ali, and we went to this beautiful cafe called Secret Grounds, and I just have the receipt from there along with the photos of our food and just group photos of us as well. And I also went book shopping with Ali as well, so I decided to make this little collage and then print off a photo of the book that we got, which was Daydream, which I actually read last year and absolutely loved. It was such a good book. Then we have this spread from a little pretzel shop that we went to. These were the pretzels that we got. I got the original salted, and we also got the cheese and garlic pretzel as well to share. And I also kept the pretzel box, which is where this came from, and the pretzel like wet wipe that they gave us. I kept the wrapper of that as well. So those were the junk pieces that I got, and obviously the rest is photos. This is like major scrapbook overload, but we went to this place called Montsalvat. I don't know if that's how you say it, but we went there specifically to see all the wisteria flowers in bloom, which were absolutely beautiful. And it was like a little slice of Europe in Melbourne. So you best believe I took so many photos, hence why this is like a massive photo dump on a page. But I also included the map of the place. The next few spreads are of the city day that Afdal and I did. So the first stop we went to was at Hosier Lane, which is to see all the graffiti art. So obviously no junk was collected here, but I did make a little colorful photo dump here, and then I wrote about the place here. And then we had corn dogs, which was the first time I've ever eaten corn dogs in my life, and we had that at Chunky Town. And I love this page because I feel like I really got to play around with the junk that I got. So I kept the Chunky Town box that they gave our corn dogs in, our receipt, and then I cut off the rest of the box that I didn't use, and I made a little heart from it and like a little washi tape sort of situation here and down here, which I think was so cool. Then this is probably also one of my favorite spreads. Honestly, it was just so cute. We went to this arcade called Archie Brothers in Docklands, and it was absolutely amazing. Definitely recommend. But we did a little photo booth there, so you best believe that I included the photo booth strip in here, and then I included a bunch of photos. I got this little card thing from the Archie Brothers arcade as well, which I included. This was another page. Again, this is more of a scrapbook style that I did, but we went to the Block Arcade, and we also went to Grave Street as well, and we also visited the State Library, which I included. We also did another photo booth, and I had to include this one in here. This is my favorite photo booth that I've ever done. It was just so fun. It was so cute, and I love the size of this as well. We also went to the Melbourne Sky Deck, and I will say it was definitely overpriced, but the views were definitely really nice. I have the receipt, so of course it had to go in the journal along with the photos of the view. This is probably a little much, but I went to a bubble tea place in the city called Cha Panda. It was just like a cute little panda themed bubble tea shop. If you guys know me, you know I'm a huge panda fan. I love pandas, so we had to go to this place, and they also gave us a free sticker pack, which I was so excited about. So I included all the stickers that I got from the Cha Panda Cafe, and I also kept the receipt to include in here, and I also kept the straw wrapper that it came with. We had dinner in South Yarra at a restaurant called Sam's Cali Cantina. This is a little bit extra, but I actually did go and print the menu of the restaurant because the menu was actually really cute. Obviously you don't need to do this, but I thought I would do that because the menu was just really beautiful, but the rest of it is just photos that I took at the restaurant, and then I wrote a little bit here. Afdal and I also randomly decided to go and get a massage done. So I decided to do a spread about that just because I wanted to write about my experience. This is a little page that I did for our sunset pizza date night. We went to a lookout and just watched the sunset while eating some pizza. Also went to a work dinner with my work friends, and we went to this restaurant called Metropolitan, and I was able to keep the menu card that they gave us. So I just stuck down the menu along with a photo of the group and also a photo of the food that we ordered. Alrighty, so this is a fun little spread. So Afdal and I were long distance for just a month, which was the shortest time that we've been apart due to long distance, but I kept his plane ticket here, and I also did like a little flippy moment. So if you lift this up, we also have some more junk down here, so that was really fun. And yeah, I just included a picture of us being reunited. The next day we went to the Whittlesea show, which was like a little mini fair carnival situation. So I printed out the ticket, and then I also got a business card from the donut place that we got, the Nutella Mustachio donut. Okay, I know I said that I've had a lot of favorite spreads, but this definitely has to be one of my favorites because one, it was from when we went to the Coldplay concert, and two, I just love how scrapbooky this feels. Like, it's just so nice. We went to Lord of the Fries to get a HSP, so I included the Lord of the Fries junk box that I collected from there. We also got McDonald's after the concert, so I took a picture of the McDonald's, and I of course had to write down the whole set list that we had for the show. Also, there's a little flippy moment that I have here, just so I was able to write a little bit more about our concert experience. I actually managed to get some confetti, so I decided to stick our confetti in, and we got these moon goggles, which I decided to actually stick down. Unfortunately, they don't have printed tickets anymore, so I ended up making like my own ticket on Canva. So I just included like our seats and everything here, and then I just got a picture of the tour details and just made the ticket myself just so I could have something to stick in. I did a little junk journal spread of a summer carnival that we went to. This was one of my favorite junk spreads because we ate a corn dog, and I kept the wrapper from the corn dog and I used it as the background here and also here. Bunch of photos that I printed out as well, of course, and we also had microwave popcorn when we came home, so I decided to keep the wrapper from that and include this in the spread as well because I feel like it fitted the vibe. This is from my brunch day with my bestie Shelby for her birthday. For the junk that I collected here, I kept the wrapper that came with my salt and pepper calamari and I stuck it down here as the background. I also kept the personalized napkins and I used them in my journal. I did keep the receipt, but as you can see, it is completely gone. Like, you can't see anything on here, so this was very unfortunate, especially because this is from November and it is now January and it's completely gone, so that was a little unfortunate. All right, so then this is my first Christmas themed spread. I did a little Christmas bucket list. This was inspired by an amazing TikToker that I follow named Shy, and she did a Christmas bucket list and I got a lot of inspo from her, except I decided to do a little panda for Christmas instead, wearing a little Christmas sweater. And I just wrote down a bunch of things that I was hoping to do around the Christmas time, and I was able to actually tick quite a few things off, so that was really fun. I also did a little spread for when Afdal and I decorated the Christmas tree because it was our first time celebrating Christmas together and decorating together, which was so fun. I actually used a little bit of wrapping paper as the background, which honestly, a life hack for scrapbooking and journaling is keep your wrapping paper because they make really nice backgrounds. So I just printed off some photos of us decorating the tree and also obviously a picture of just the tree fully decorated here. Did a little junk journal spread for some junk that we ate. So I have some junk that I collected from Nando's, and we also went and got McDonald's for McHappy Day, so I decided to do a little spread from that. I've got my Spotify Wrapped predictions. I love how this turned out, guys. So good. I actually made all of these letters on Canva and then printed them out, and love how this turned out. Love kind of like the pastel theme that I went for. And then I wanted to watch a Christmas movie every single day for December, so I made a 25 days of Christmas spread right here, and I was just going to write down all the Christmas movies that we watched every single day. Unfortunately, did not watch a new Christmas movie every day, but I feel like we did watch quite a few Christmas movies. I went to go watch the Wicked movie, Wicked Part 1. Of course, I had to do a pink and green situation, so I just got pink and green paper and just went with it. I also obviously had to include our movie ticket. I got some of these stickers. These stickers I actually got from Pinterest and I just printed them out. Then I went on my first ever double date. So Afdal and I went on a double date with our friends Liv and Lance, and it was so much fun. We went out for dinner at Crinity's in South Bank, and I kept our receipt, and I of course had to include a group photo of all of us here, and of course all the food that we got. This was what I got. I got pepperoni and cheese pizza, and it was so yummy. And we also went to Crown and saw some other Christmas decor as well, so I decided to do a little page for that here too. On the same day with Liv and Lance, we actually went to the Imaginator experience in Docklands, and I did a spread about that. Of course, everything was giving like purple themed vibes, so I decided to go like a purple route for this spread. So I kept the Imaginator like card thing that they gave us, and it's a little flippy moment, so that is what that looks like. And I included a photo that I took at the Imaginator experience, and I kept this random Fanta sticker that was from our Fanta bottle, and I thought this matched the spread perfectly because it was purple, so I decided to keep it in here. I also kept this other little Imaginator thing they gave us too, and then of course I did include a bunch of photos and a bunch of purple themed stickers because the whole spread was giving purple energy. We have another Christmas spread over here. We went to go and try some Christmas drinks at Starbucks. I tried the gingerbread frappuccino, the salted pretzel cocoa frappuccino, and the iced toffee crunch latte. So I did a little page about that. I also kept all the little stickers that came on the cups so I could print off all the pictures of the drinks and put them next to the actual descriptions of it. So I feel like that turned out really nice. This spread I actually did from a little Christmas market that we went to, and I got to collect a bunch of business cards, so I stuck them down on here from the Christmas market. Then I have this little spread. We went to a fish and chip shop, and I just kept the little brochure, and I printed off the photos of the food that we ate from here, and that was a little spread. We're literally so random, but I just wanted to do it. Afdal and I went out for dinner with my friend Shelby, and we went to a pub, so I printed off some pictures here and wrote a little bit about our day here as well. And this is my official Spotify Wrapped. So as you can see, these were my top artists and these were my top songs, and this was such a fun page to do. I also did like a little honorary mention for my favorite album of the year, which was Short and Sweet by Sabrina Carpenter, and my favorite podcast of the year, which was The Group Chat by Ashley and Olivia Mesha. And I just also wrote the 2 concerts that I went to in 2024 as well, and a bunch of music themed stickers. This is from when we went to go and watch the Moana 2 movie. Of course, I have the movie ticket. We also went out for dinner, so I included some photos of the food we ate and the logo of the place that we went to for dinner, which was the Sporting Globe. I wanted to document all the people that I met in 2024, so I think this is a really great idea to maybe include in your journal, just to kind of look back and see all the new people that you've met. And these are all the people that I met in 2024. I may have lied because I think this is possibly my absolute favorite spread of 2024. I don't know, but we went to go Christmas light looking. I just printed off a bunch of photos of the houses that we saw all the Christmas lights in, and the Christmas lights definitely did not disappoint. It was such a fun date idea, just walking around and seeing all the different houses around the neighborhood with Christmas lights. It was so stunning, and of course it made for such a colorful, fun spread. We also went and saw Christmas decor and Christmas lights in the city as well, so I did a little spread about that. But first we also went to Roti Bar for dinner, so I kept the receipt again for that and printed out the photos. I got these Christmas themed washi tapes from Kmart, and I decided to use them in the spread as well because I feel like it really fitted the vibe, and I really love how that made like a little border at the top and bottom. And yes, these are all the pictures that I printed off from our city day to see all the Christmas decor. So this was from Federation Square, this was from the Melbourne Town Hall, and this was at the Crown Christmas River Show. We also did a fun, fancy little Christmas dinner at home. So I kept the label from the wine bottle that we drank. We also made these homemade lobster tails, so I kept the packaging from that. And then I printed out a bunch of photos of the food and of course a photo of us from our dinner at home. This was such a fun day. I also printed off all these stickers as well. These stickers I literally just printed from Canva. This is a little recap of the books that I read in 2024 and the movies that I watched at the cinemas in 2024. And I also decided to do my ratings for each movie as well as the ratings for each book that I've read. And I love that I actually printed out the covers. I also did a spread for all the new meals that I made in 2024. Yes, there was definitely a lot and I feel like I've probably missed out on a few as well. So I just did a little kind of dump, but I cut them all out as stickers and then layered them on here. And then I wrote down all the meals down here as well. So I really like this as a spread. It really made me realize how much I actually cooked in 2024 and all the new things that I tried, which was just a really nice accomplishment to look back on. We also went strawberry picking, which was definitely on my 2024 vision board, and I'm so glad we got to tick it off. We went to the Rocky Creek Strawberry Farm and I actually kept the little label from the strawberry sparkling water that we got, and it made for a really nice background right here. I also got some stickers from the strawberry farm as well, so I included them in the journal along with the receipt, which is probably going to fade, so let's be honest. Of course, included so many photos. This is probably one of my favorite photos that I took at the strawberry farm. On the same day, we actually went to the Red Hill Lavender Farm. This is more of a simple page, very much of a scrapbook feel. And we also went to the Cape Schanck Lighthouse. Beautiful views here, guys. Oh my gosh, if you're in the Mornington Peninsula, you need to go to Cape Schanck. It was absolutely beautiful. We did walk down the boardwalk as well. Then here I did a little spread for the lunch that we had at the Portsea Hotel. I kept the little wrapper that they gave me with my fish and chips that we ordered. I printed off a bunch of photos of the food that we ordered along with the view. This is super random, but as I said, I love pandas and I have a cute little panda Jellycat plushie, and I definitely took a lot of photos of him this year, or 2024 I should say, and I just did a little collage of all the pictures that I took of Panda this year, so we love. He's so cute. Okay, we're almost towards the end, but this is my Christmas Eve and Christmas Day scrapbook photo dump. I used some washi tape up here and down here, again from Kmart. For Christmas Eve, my mum came over and we did a little Christmas barbecue at home, so I included some photos. Afla and I wore matching Christmas pajamas, which was so cute as well. So for Christmas Day, we had the annual Christmas family lunch, and I just got some photos here. We have a little group picture here, with Afla and my mum. I also have a little flappy moment here as well. So you can see I stuck this down and then I stuck this down underneath as well. So we actually have 3 photos right here. That's honestly a really great tip for if you've got multiple photos and you don't want to like bombard it too much. Having a kind of like a flap moment here really helps with that and just saves up a lot of room as well. So this is my little mini Christmas haul, which was so cute. So I actually stuck down some Christmas wrapping paper from the Christmas gift that I got, cut this out from the advent calendar that we ate from this year, actually kept the packaging of the presents that I got. So this was from the perfume that I got, so I just cut out the packaging. I also did a little page for what I'm grateful for, which turned out super cute. I also was inspired by Shy for this page as well, and I just love this spread. I feel like it's a really great way to reflect on all the things that you were grateful for the last year. I also went to my first ever cricket test match, so I journaled about that. I did green and yellow because I feel like those were the Australian colours. I kept the packaging from the fries that we ate. We also had lunch at Mary Brown, so I kept the packaging from that as well, and I included the photos that we took at the cricket game as well. We had a date night at this steakhouse in the city called Rare Steakhouse, which was the best steak ever. It was so nice. Like, we had such an amazing experience here, so I journaled about that as well. I also randomly decided to do this little spread for all the restaurants that we ate at in 2024, and I feel like I may have probably missed a a couple, but it made for a really nice kind of collage. So basically I just printed out all the logos of the restaurants that we ate at in 2024 and just made it all into a massive scrapbook page, and I love how this turned out. So this is a little junk dump that we did. I'm probably going to blur this page out though because it is a little bit more personal, but this was like my first proper junk dump and it was so therapeutic to do, you guys. Oh my god. We have little Fanta label, a brochure from a Lebanese bakery that I went to, the Casetify packaging from the Casetify order that I got, which coincided with the picture of the phone case that I got. We also got these panda blocks that we built in 2024, so I printed out the packaging from that, Mary Brown packaging as well, and a picture of the meat pizza that we got from the Lebanese bakery, and then I just included a random photo of Afdal and I. This is the last kind of like scrapbook spread of 2024, and it was from our New Year's Eve staycation that we did at Next Hotel. We stayed in the city and it was so nice. It was a really nice city staycay. I didn't really collect much junk here at all, but I was able to take a little bit of the pages from the notepad that they had at the hotel, and I was able to write down my experience that we had at our staycation here, along with a couple of photos and New Year's Eve stickers that I printed out. And this is also a flippy moment, so when you flip it over, I just have some junk that I collected from the dinner that we went to for New Year's Eve, which was at Fonda, and some other photos from New Year's Eve here as well. And this was another little fun interactive thing that I did in my journal, but I did this little pop out, which is kind of a mini room tour of our hotel. So basically, if you pop it out here, you can see the room, so our bed, the bathroom, the wine that we had, and then a photo of us. And then if you flip it out this way, you get to see some more photos from our New Year's Eve as well. Here are some more photos that we took at the restaurant that we had dinner, and I also included another flappy moment here as well. So a lot of interactive moments on this spread. I had so much fun doing that, especially this because this was the first time I've done something like this. And again, it was a great way to showcase extra photos that would not have fitted on this spread otherwise. We also have this junk dump that I did with a bunch of food wrappers that we had. So I kept our potato chip bag, which was from the brand Colby, one of my favorite snack brands. So I thought to include that in here. I also kept the 2-minute noodles, some McDonald's packaging, along with the Big Mac and quarter pounder, aka Afdal's order, my order. I also kept the receipt from Costco because we ordered some Costco pizza. And this little thing right here is actually some leftover packaging from here, which like tied it in so well. So this was another little junk dump page. Absolutely no photos, like fully all junk. So yeah, that concludes my little junk journal scrapbook tour. Hopefully you guys enjoyed watching it. Hopefully you got some inspo for some future spreads if you guys are wanting to start a junk journal or scrapbook, life journal, whatever you want to call it, because this is honestly my favorite hobby that I discovered in 2024 and something that I love doing in my spare time. So if you guys have been thinking about starting a junk journal, definitely do it because it is so therapeutic. Oh, and please let me know which was your favorite spread from my junk journal scrapbook, because I would love to know, because I definitely have quite a few favorites from this junk journal. And if you guys enjoyed watching, please give this video a huge thumbs up and subscribe to my channel down below, and I will see you guys in my next video.